Today was one heck of a day. What's up, guys? What's up, what's up, what's up? I got a lot of stuff to cover about this past week. What's up, Evan? How you doing, man? I got a ton of stuff to cover this session because yeah, no, I'm tired. Definitely tired. I just worked. Let's see, what time is it right now? Oh shoot, I probably worked 15 hours today, maybe 14 or something like that. Total. Only 8 on the ticket, but you know, with commuting and all that other jazz. So basically, this past week was super fun because I had my first opportunity to do paving. It was cement paving, not asphalt. Wet concrete is pretty much what we were hauling. And dang, 10:30? That's late. Anyways, as you can see, the box still got, you know, particles in there, so I'm gonna have to scrape that out with something probably, or something. I gotta adjust this thing. If you can see right here, this needs to be adjusted so it will slide down all the way. And then so a few days ago I had that episode with the drop axle, you guys know, where it started shaking and, you know, I thought the truck was falling apart. Truck is falling apart, basically. The struts in the drop axle are toast. If you can see, like, I can move it, like, no problem. With just my body weight, it's pretty easy. You know, so the struts are toast. And the tires were toast. I got new tires on the drop axle. That was almost $700. New struts, $80. I'm gonna put those on tomorrow. That's my Saturday. I gotta put those on. And I got 10 million air leaks to try and fix. What's up? What's up, Travis? Just a busy day today. So yeah, the death wobble today caused some serious headache for me. And I'm gonna show you guys what happened. I don't know what to think. It's just like whenever you get to a mountain, you just gotta climb it. You know what I mean? Whenever you get to a river or a bridge, you just gotta go over it. You know what I mean? You just gotta go through it sometimes. And so this last week has been pretty expensive for me because I had to buy 2 new drop axles, or 2 drop tires, $700, and then another 180 for the struts, basically. And then I don't know if you guys can see, check that out. My headlight broke off because of the death wobble effect. So you know it was shaking. Look at that. Broke right off, clean off. Can you believe that, guys? The headlight just broke right off the mount. That's where it goes. Anyways, when I was paving, I got everything. Look, it was hitting the tire. There's tire marks on it. Anyways, I had driven probably 15, maybe 20 miles with it broken, and I didn't even know it. And because I was loaded, you know. And then I pulled in to the job site, and the guy's like, whoa, just stop. And I'm like, what'd I do? What'd I do this time, you know? And I hop out, you know, so I could, you know, figure out what the deal was. And he's like, this ain't normally like this, is it? You know, and this wire is good wire, obviously, because it didn't break. I cut it. It was just dangling. The light was like in here or something, dangling down there. Anyways, I cut it so I wouldn't lose it. He duct taped it to this, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I drove like a half a mile, cut the duct tape off, and put the light in the cab because I'm like, I ain't driving down the road with duct tape. It'll friggin' rip the duct tape off, you know? So, anyways, this is dump truck business for you guys. Your fingers covering me. There you go. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, today I put, it was basically $245 in fuel today. Somebody commented and they wanted me to do a video about money. So I'm gonna do one of those tomorrow. Just giving you guys a sneak peek. I'm gonna do a real money talk video about, is it worth it running a business? Like, is it lucrative in a dump truck? You know, do I make money? You know, all that jazz. You want me to hold it? Well, Travis, it's kind of tricky. When I'm hauling dirt, it's like 115 to 125. Doing the concrete paving on I-90, I'm getting 140 an hour. But I'm not gonna go into too much depth because this is the video. That's tomorrow. So don't get ahead of me on that one. Don't try to weasel those answers out of me. We're doing a video tomorrow on it. So yeah, so headlight broke off. I'm gonna try and weld this tomorrow. It's aluminum, I think. It should be mostly aluminum. Yeah, oh, sorry, Travis. Sorry, I didn't see. I'm thinking and talking, and then I see the messages pop up. Don't worry, I'm not mad at you. I'm just teasing you. No, you're,
Are you doing live?
yeah, it's live.
Oh.
Yeah, it's live right now. What do you guys want to know? What do you guys want to know? How did my week go? There's my sexy wife. Somebody wanted more wife in the videos. They said, we want more wife.
No wife in the video.
Oh, now she said no wife in the videos. She's embarrassed of me, that's why.
Oh,
What do you think of the new tires?
I like it.
You like them? Let's see how long they last. I'm gonna put you guys over here. Can you hear that air leak? That's that valve right there. That one or the one right there. They're both brand new. Like I bought them like 2 weeks ago. And it's already leaking. Is that ridiculous? Or what? I just don't understand it. Yep. So, questions. Quick. Ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. What was it like paving concrete? It's pretty fun. Pretty fun, intense, different, very different experience. Need some pipe done on the threads? What's that mean? I don't even understand that. Can you explain that to me? My grandpa's working on that backhoe that we bought. Apparently we blew a big hose. Need some dope on the threads? What? Pipe dope? What? I don't get it. Anyways, My grandpa was working on that backhoe. We blew one of the main lines. Oh, yeah, it's not leaking where the threads are. The way it's made is the valve is crimped around this other piece of metal, and there's a flat piece, and it's crimped around that, and it's seeping air out. It's kind of hard to show you with the lighting. Let me see if I can show you. So, where's the valve? Okay, so it's leaking around this edge. I don't know if you could see that or not. It's leaking around the edge where it's crimped on. So, I don't know what would cause that at all. Dump truck life is fun. Fun, crazy, and everything. Zero to 100, how happy am I working for myself? 100%. 100%. I wouldn't change it. I'm gonna work for myself for the rest of my life probably. Because I yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know why that valve is on there either. I'm this close to taking it off and testing to see what it does. Basically, I think what it does is it relieves the pressure when I flip the switch to go the other way. I don't know. I think that's what it does. I don't know though. It's for the tailgate, so it's probably not too essential. Yeah, that was never leaking before. It just started leaking. Yeah, Mark. Well, today was a rough day. Rough day, and a lot of money got burned today. Spent $1,000 today, with fuel and tires and struts and everything else. So everything I made today got spent. So I worked for free today. Worked for free today. Yeah. I'm going to go into that probably more tomorrow in that other video. Yeah, the tanks are drained overnight. But the weird thing is the seat still stays up. Is that weird? The seat doesn't go down. But everything else is drained. Really? That's weird. Well, I'm going to take it off then probably tomorrow and see if if I even need it. I probably don't even need it. Could just be some funky valve they put on there for no reason. Why are you wearing my sandals?
I don't have any sandals like these.
So?
I don't like wearing my shoes out here all the time.
No shortcuts? What do you mean shortcuts? What do you mean shortcuts, Mark? There's tons of shortcuts. It just ain't worth taking.
You married me. That's a shortcut.
Yeah, there's tons of shortcuts. People do shortcuts all the time. It just ends up biting them in the butt afterwards. A lot of people, they try and pinch pennies sometimes and it comes back to bite them. Like me, for example, I'm a perfect example of pinching pennies and it came back to bite me. If I would have switched those struts out the day after I first felt the death wobble, I would have broke my headlight. And my tires probably wouldn't have been worn down so much either. They probably would have lasted a few more miles. So, shortcuts are not worth it, guys. Not worth it. And sometimes you gotta milk stuff out, you know what I mean? You can't fix it until it's really broke. Yeah, no, you gotta do it by the book. That's why tomorrow, I almost was not gonna work today. Like, I was thinking, like, yeah, you can buy the bracket, Bill. It's probably like $200 though. You know, some ridiculous number. Yeah, no, dude. There was a dump truck that we were paving with today. The dude's dump truck, and it wasn't his. He was a company driver, which I wouldn't drive that ever if I was a company driver. I would have said, no thanks. I'd rather sit at home until that thing's fixed. 1 second, guys. I'm going to pop the clip on the back of this and set you guys up that way. I'm not shaking 10 million times trying to hold you. Hey, I'm not getting old. That's a horrible view. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no. Okay, back to what I was saying. This Mac, this guy, man. The guy, I want to say he didn't have half a brain cell, but that would probably be mean to say that. He dumped a load in front of the, like he didn't back up far enough, and the concrete started dumping onto the ground. So they dumped a whole 9 yards of concrete on the ground because the guy didn't back up far enough. Which, that's a pretty big mistake, you know. And then there's just a whole bunch of other things that he was doing. He was like super slow. Like I did, you know, six loads today, and he probably did like 4. Like I lapped him. I lapped him yesterday too. He just takes he like milks the clock, you know. But enough about him. His truck. Oh man, dude, his truck. No, I wouldn't drive it. Yeah. Well, check this out. His hood, right? His hood, where it comes up and over the corner, it was missing like a chunk this big out of it. I mean, I could have shoved my hand through there and touched his engine. Liquid cement. It's like cement that hasn't set up yet. It's like just mixed. Like they just mixed it in a batch plant, and then I'm gonna show some videos. Yeah, no, you're right, Mark. You're right. I probably should give him the benefit of the doubt. He seemed like an okay guy when I talked to him. But, yeah, so back to his truck. It wasn't even his truck. He was a company driver. But his bumper... Yeah, neither did I, Bill. I didn't even know they hauled liquid concrete until, 4 days ago? I didn't even know they hauled concrete until 4 days ago. But his bumper, like, had obviously broken off, and they welded it back on, and, like, the chrome was peeling and everything. But some people are just so cheap. Like, I thought I was cheap. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. I probably would have done the same thing than buying a new bumper. Bumpers are expensive, but... Yeah, so basically what happens for the concrete is you back up to this batch plant, and I got some video footage. I'm going to post that for sure on how to get loaded and all that other stuff. Yeah, no. So basically you just lift the box up and it slides out for the most part. It's all about who the operator on the paver is. Or the placer. It's actually called the placer, I think. And what the placer is you dump into the placer, and it has this arm, and it shoots out the concrete. But if they have you barely put it up, and it's just barely going into the placer, then stuff will get stuck up at the top of the box or along the sides. If you can kind of sneak it up a little bit faster than they want you to, then, you know, most of it will slide out. It'll slide out pretty good. And then a lot of times what guys do is they'll bang it up, you know. If they don't have a cable, they'll just ram the thing up as fast as they can, and it'll just hit the top, you know. Um, I didn't do that though. I would drop it down a little bit, you know, and try to wiggle it a little bit. But the main thing is you're guaranteed 100% of the time not everything's going to come out. So the trick is when you get back to the batch plant, they have these, they're like 20-foot long scrapers, right? It's basically a metal pole that big, and it has like a scraper on it, you know, like this metal scraper. And you just, you know, you tilt your box up and you just jam it, and then it slides down to the tailgate, and then you get loaded again. That's basically what you do. And do it every single time, because if you don't, it will build up, and a shovelful would become a wheelbarrow, and then a wheelbarrow, you'll have half a truckload. And that's one of the reasons why I lapped that other guy, because he did not do it. You know, he didn't get out and clean his box every time, and you know, it just built up and built up. I drove by one time, he had half a truck in there. I'm like, what is going on? Like, you gotta get out and clean this thing every time, dude. You know, maybe his box was just really dented or something. I don't know. It just didn't really seem to make sense because nobody else was having problems, only him. So maybe his box was messed up. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe his box already had dried cement in it or something and it just didn't want to slide out. But yeah. The wet concrete, that was a different experience, guys. That was definitely a different experience. And I feel really blessed because, number one, how many guys can say in their second month that they went and paved on a major highway? You know, how did I feel in the paver? I just felt, I backed up to it and lifted the box up, and when you get to the very top, it kind of shakes the truck a little bit. I think because my box rests on the back of the paver, J-Bo. And it actually bent some of my stuff, which kind of ticked me off. Because now I'm going to have to spend, you know, half an hour or whatever. I'll show you if I can. See where the chain hooks are? I can't get these chains off to spread gravel because these right here are bent up. Yeah, I felt I did pretty good in the paver. I didn't drop any cement or nothing in front of it. The guy said I did pretty good, you know, so I guess I did good. I mean, they didn't tell me to leave, so, you know, I guess that's good. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're kind of nice because they keep the chains from flopping all over the place. But you're kind of right because they get cement all gunked up in there and, you know, just tons of stuff. But, yeah, back to what I was saying, though. Like, I feel really blessed because, you know, not everybody gets to go pave on, like, a major road their second month of ever being in a dump truck. You know, it's just that doesn't ever happen. At least I don't think it would, you know. And working for one of the biggest companies ever, you know. You use zip ties to hold them up. I don't know if I could do that, bro. If I tried to spread gravel, they would probably break off. Rubber hose around them. Yeah, I probably should do rubber hose around them. I don't know how to do the super chat, bro. I wish I knew how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna have to call Junkie and ask him how to do it. But I honestly, I don't even have a clue how to do it. You know. I know I can probably do it now because they finally monetized my channel. So I imagine I'll be able to do it, but I just don't know how. Especially on my phone, I don't even know how. I probably can't do it on my phone. But yeah, I mean, crazy day. Yeah, yeah, he is a good dude. He sent me a lot of stuff, and I never would have known that I needed the stuff he sent me. You know, and it made my life 100 times easier. I'll say that again and again and again. You know, nobody's perfect, but he's a super cool guy. You know, he's helped me out more than I can even imagine. You know, I don't even know. You know, if I would have spent 5 hours trying to pull one of those U joints off, I'm sure I would have really known. But you know, yeah. So yeah, you either own one truck or 10. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I want to own more than one, to be honest with you. You know, uh, one truck is so tough. I mean, if it's a brand new truck, or really new, I'm sure it would be easy keeping up on everything. Um, yes, it does. How the flip are you guys doing today? I love that intro too. um, but yeah. I forgot what I was saying now. But yep. Yeah, dump trucking, it's super fun. I love it. It is a lot of work though. You earn every penny. The guys that are owner operators and they have lots of money, and you see them and you're like, "Man, I wish I had his money." And sometimes if you really knew all the stuff they went through, and you would say, not worth it." you know. Yeah. What part of Washington does he live? But yeah, craziness. Dump trucking is crazy. So for all you guys that are just now joining us, you're gonna have to go back and watch. I was showing everybody that the headlight busted off, and oh, Bothell, that's not that far away from me actually. I've been up there dump trucking. He might have seen my dump truck. That's one of the other crazy things. Like, so the other day I went to a job, and one of the guys, I got to the job at the same time as this guy, and I had the right of way, but I let him go. I said, "Go ahead, I know you're going there. I don't want to be in first. I don't want to be first. I don't want to have to, do any flying or anything like that, pedal to the metal stuff." And so I let him in, and he's like, "Oh yeah." And I went up to him and was like, "Yeah, what's your name?" I introduced myself, and he's like, "Yeah, I know who you are. I seen your videos." I'm like, "What? No way." And it was cool because me and my buddy were talking. He's like, "You just got to work so hard until you don't have to introduce yourself anymore. Yeah. VANDUYN trucking. Yeah, maybe I will do that one day. And go into just a whole bunch of trucking. See, can I see these? Mark, you are 100% right on that about the stones. Or it's stupidity. I don't know which. You know. You I'm so naive about things. Like, I don't really think about things all the way through. I just dive in. And, whenever something happens, I'll figure it out. I'll work it out, I'll like Justin says, I'll cobble it together and make it, to the next shift, you know. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to milk it out, and just, you know. But, yep, we made it home safely today. We got new tires, these bad boys. It's actually pretty cool because the reason I'm so excited about new drop axle tires, you guys probably don't understand this, but if you see the tires, they're really small. Sorry. They're really small compared. So the last tires I had on there, they were actually old steer tires, right? So they were like I want to say probably like this much taller on both sides. You know, like they were really tall tires, right? And kind of the idea behind that is if I blew a steer tire, I could take one tire off and put it on the steer tire and get home. Um, but yeah, these are actually real, real tires now, real drop axle tires. AC, like air conditioning or what? I don't have AC in my truck. I wish I did. I installed a ceiling fan. So now I got real drop axle tires. They're Hankook. They're 255 70R 22.5s. But the ones that were on there were, they were old steer tires. They were, whatever those are. 170s. M170 or whatever. Oh, thank you, honey. My sweetie made me some dinner. It's a hot dog. See the cheap hot dog in there? Those hot dogs, a pack of those only costs, what, 75 cents?
88.
Oh, 88 cents. No, we were basically, so far all I've done is dirt, rock, and wet concrete. I was hauling concrete. Wet concrete. And I got some videos that are going to come out probably this coming week. Hey, thanks, Mark, for checking in, and it was good hearing from you. Good hearing from you, man. Hope all is going good for you. And you get some sleep, dude. You need some sleep. It's probably your weekend, but you still need sleep. Sleep is very important. Unless you're a dump truck or owner-operator, and then you don't get any sleep. Well, okay, so Travis, that's a good question. Weight ticket. So I was hauling. We started out hauling 9 yards. But that was heavy, so they dropped it down to 8 for us on the triaxle. Or, yeah, we call them triaxles. Some people call them quads. I don't, whatever you want to call it. 8 yards of concrete is what we were hauling. Somebody comment real quick so I can drag this down again and see what I was reading. Oh, the junkie says he goes through tires all the time. Well, he has 4 trucks, so he does go through them all the time. Like, yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna eat that right now. Yeah, 4 axles behind the cab. Okay, that, and I understand that. So they call it a triaxle if there's 3 axles behind the cab. But if you talk to anybody in Washington, you tell them, yeah, I got a triaxle, and they're like, why do you buy that? You know, they think that it only has 3 total axles instead of 4 total axles. They don't, for some reason, you guys don't count the steer tire, but, we count the steer tire. So I say I have a quad, right? Because I have 4 total axles. I got 2 drivers, a drop, and a steer axle. And everybody else, yeah, I know. It's just the culture, I guess. Everybody's different. But yeah, so the junkie says he goes through, he does. And tires, it depends on what you're doing, really. It really depends on what you're doing. I can see how in paving you go through tires way fast. Way fast. And here's why. Like I had mentioned to Jabo, when I was in the back of the paver lifted me up a little bit, right? So you're supposed to stay in the paver, and by what I mean by that is you have to hold the brake. You have to hold the brakes down just a little bit, so you don't roll forward and dump your whole load in front of the paver, right? And what happens is it lifts you up, and so if you apply the brakes too hard, your tires just skid, right? And it just eats them up. It just eats them up because you're on brand new concrete or you're on already grinded asphalt. It's already been ground, so it's really rough. You know, it's not like you're on dirt, you know, or some smooth stuff. It's always on rough stuff that it's just rubbing the rubber right off pretty much. Um, but if you're just hauling dirt, you're not. I don't really foresee going through a ton of tires like super fast. The One of the things that happens is like I bought these tires, right? They're Chinese tires. They're really soft rubber. Like you can push it with your finger and move it just a little bit. Um, if you're running a lot of miles on the road, the rubber gets eaten up. It does. Um, yeah, no, you're right, Bill. You're right. You're totally right. And I got lugs on mine. I got lugs on mine. So, I mean, it. But I mainly do dirt work, and I like, honestly, I've done paving now and I've done dirt work, and I think I like dirt way more than paving. I'll be honest. Yeah. I think the dirt is just it's so much easier. Like I didn't have to use a scraper and just jam that scraper up there and try to knock that concrete out of there. That was not fun. What's up, Justin, by the way? Um, I was just telling them how I was hauling wet concrete and paving I-90. My first paving job was I-90. Is that crazy? That's like the main freeway. Well, besides I-5. I-5 and I-90 and 405. Those are like the main ones. Anyways, I was paving I-90 right at the top of the pass, basically. Like just down the other side, there's this beautiful lake. It's like when you go over I-90 from Seattle to go to Eastern Washington, Hyack is the place that everybody stops to take pictures. Yes, yes, it does, dude. It gets everywhere. That concrete gets everywhere, and what we put soap on everything, and it still did not really wash off like you'd think it would. And but yeah, Hyack is the area that everybody stops and takes pictures at, and that's the area that I was paving at. So it was like so cool. Like I just never dreamed that I'd be doing the coolest road, in my mind, at the coolest highway, as my first paving job. So I thought that was, I. It's not about what you know; it's about who you know, kind of thing, And I just got lucky. I fell into the right group of guys that know all the big shots or something. I don't know. I just got super lucky and fell right into that. I don't know how, but it was super cool, you know. Um, but just insane, And yeah, that concrete gets on everything, guys. Let me take you around and show you. I don't know if you can see. Here's some concrete right here. Yep. But I put soap on everything, so it pretty much just brushes right off. But if there's a spot where like there wasn't any soap, then it does not come off. You got to kind of rub it a little bit and then it comes off. You're funny, You're funny, Justin. You're funny. That probably is it. That probably is it. That probably is it. You're funny, dude. Nobody wanted to go all the way up there. That's probably what it was. But hey, I don't care. I had a blast. I had fun. I got good experience. And, that's okay. I don't care. I had fun doing it. And, I got my name out there. So, some of the big shots know me now. So, at least I think they do. They probably don't even care. But, yep. Yep, that was pretty cool. So, what's going on in your world, Justin? What kind of headaches do you got? I just blew a steering stabilizer in my drop axle and I broke my headlight. I don't know if you caught that part. My headlight broke right off. The whole bracket snapped in half. because of the death wobble effect. There's just, you know, you can only lift that drop axle so fast when you can't even find the switch because it's wobbling so hard. You know, when it's shaking like this, it's kind of hard to find the switch. When your phone falls out of the mount, you know it's time to... I'm just going to try and weld it. I'm going to try and weld it and see if it, you know, I'm going to tap on it with a hammer and try bending it, and if it stands up, then I'm going to keep it. If not, then I'm going to switch to the round headlights because I think that would look so much cooler. Yeah, I watched your video on the steering stabilizers. But you you had a tool though, I think. You were talking about using a ratchet strap or something. I don't really remember. Well, no, I'm not gonna stick weld it. I have a it's called a spool gun. It's a spool gun, and it's specifically for aluminum, and I got 100% argon gas to weld it. So, but the thing is if it's like some pot metal, then it ain't gonna work. You know, if it's real aluminum, then it'll stick pretty good. But if it's some pot metal, then it's toast. And then I'll have to drive down to Peterbilt and buy some sort of bracket ASAP because I'm going out Monday. So that's the dump trucker life right there. Fix it ASAP so you can get it back out there. Because every day you're down, that's $1,000 right there you lose. That's $1,000 you lose every day it's down. Yeah. Yeah, whiplash. Dude, you have no idea. When it was shaking so bad, like... A truck wrecker? What do you mean? What's that? Like a tow truck? Or something, or what? Yeah, it was shaking so bad that my phone fell out of the mount on the dash. Oh, wrecking yard. You know, they had one in Centralia, but it closed down, and that was really the only one that I knew of. Yeah. So there is a wrecking yard. It just, I don't know. I'm sure there's one around here. I just don't know of it. You know, I gotta ask around. But like I said, if I can't weld it, then I'm gonna switch to round headlights because I think they look so much cooler. And you only have one headlight to deal with, not two. So, you know, that's just less maintenance, less everything. So, and I think it looks so much cooler. So, that's probably what I'll end up doing, I think, if I can't weld it. Which, you know, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm changing the steering stabilizers and trying to weld that thing, and then trying to fix some air leaks. Tightening up the drop axle. Some of the bolts are probably loose from shaking everywhere. And then, yeah, it's just all maintenance tomorrow, guys. I don't even get a Saturday this week. Sorry, honey. No Saturdays. No Saturday for me. Yeah. You probably did break your neck, Bill. Probably did. Probably just snapped back into place. Yeah, come on in the water. It's fine. It's just a little choppy. That's all. uh, yeah, no, you weren't kidding. It's 100-hour, not 50. It's 100-hour a week. If that, it's probably more than that. Like, it's nonstop. Like, I'm the bill collector, I'm the accountant, I'm the truck driver, I'm the truck boss, I'm the dispatcher, I'm the advertiser, everything. you know. But I think it's fun. It's you have 100% control of it, and so Volvo dump truck. Um, yeah, you have 100% control, and that's what's so awesome about it. You know what I mean? No one else is in control of your destiny. No one else is in control of your life. You get to choose whatever you want to do. You can sign out early if you want. You can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? What? Why you keep spinning the tire? Stop it. Stop it. Stop spinning the tire. I'm not going to, dude. There's no way, dude. I lost like $6,000 just taking one vacation. There's no way. I'm not going on vacation anymore. And I was pretty much forced into the vacation, dude. It was my wife's parents, so it's not like I had a choice. Yes, I was forced. I was forced into it. I had a gun to my head. Yeah, no more vacations for me, man. That's too expensive. I can't afford a vacation like that again. Maybe a weekend. Kenny, that's a great question. I would love to do night work and day work at the same time, but I don't have any dash lights, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I'd have to get those dash lights fixed. Because I at least want to be able to see my gauges and get some brighter headlights. Yeah, no, you're right, dude. I gotta tell him I can't go. Trust me, my wife knows. I'm not going on vacation ever again. 100% working from now on. We can't afford vacations, honey. At least not for another 2 or 3 years, probably. Not until I get a new truck and it's paid for.
A house.
And a house is paid for. That'd be nice.
House before the truck. Right.
Hey, the business can buy another truck. It can't buy a house.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Been to the years.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, guys. Hey, will you stop? You're rubbing the rubber off the tire. I just lost 16 of those knobs right there. Yeah, you don't have the time. I thought you were going to Hawaii. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that Team Brittany Hawaii stuff you were talking about a few months ago? Oh, yes it does, dude. It pays. It pays. Trust me. It pays. Just think, no mortgage, man. Just only property tax. Man, if you didn't have a mortgage payment, just think about the money you could save. Most people spend what, $2,000, probably $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Just think of all that money you wouldn't be spending, and you'd only be spending like $50 a month for property tax. It really is the best way. Oh, February. It's gonna be rainy in Hawaii, though. I'm teasing. I don't know if it is or not. Yeah, no, that's a good time. February. Well, February's still working season. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking you said October or November. February. We should go on vacation in February, honey. In like 3 years.
Oh, a weekend trip.
Yeah, a weekend trip. I was thinking of doing, instead of expanding with dump trucks, expand with, equipment. Yeah, Hawaii is erupting. Sorry, Junkie. You ain't gonna make it to Hawaii. There is no Hawaii left. It's all lava right now. What?
I shut the door.
It's starting to rain,
Raining.
huh? Dang it. Check that out, guys. It's already raining. I got out of the truck like 2 seconds ago, and it's already flipping raining. What the? Why is my CB still on? Oh, I gotta fix that. All right, guys. Well, I gotta catch you later. It's starting to rain here. I gotta wrap stuff up. So, I'll catch you guys later. It was fun talking with you. Dang it, it's starting to rain.